in between or neither. We are live. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host. And today, we're taking a break from the norm. Now, you guys might know me as a bit of a shiny hunter. However, shiny hunting takes time, and to be honest, sometimes you just gotta deviate from the plan. So, feeling a little bit of nostalgia, actually, we're going to delve into one of the games that I actually grew up with, Diablo 2. And the reason that we're doing it on the Switch is because, well, I've got it. I've got it on the Switch, and even if I wanted to do PC, I don't think I could because the computer I'm using does not have a disk drive. So, unless there's a way to get around that, here we are. So, in Diablo 2, we have 7 classes. The original had 5, and then the expansion added the Druid and the Assassin. So we have the Amazon, which is a combatant dealing with either weapons like tridents or javelins or a bow, depending on how you want to do it. The Assassin, who is a martial artist and trap happy character. The Necromancer, which is a bit of self-explanatory. The Barbarian, again, also explanatory. Paladin. I think we might actually go with Paladin because one of their main features is their aura system, which is actually really interesting. Sorceress, which is basically your quote-unquote magic user. And then Druid, which is a lot of summoning and or elemental attacks, and I believe one specific tree can allow you to become a lycanthrope like character, which is really interesting. I kind of wish that more games allowed you to do that. But for this playthrough, or at least this one off, we're going to go as our paladin. So select the class. Not worrying about all of this. And I'm just going to generate a name. I'm going to generate Andrew. Perfect. And wrong button. There we go. So, welcome to Act 1, which is basically us going in the middle of nowhere. Now, I will admit, this has been one of my favorite RPGs, at least growing up, because, admittedly, it was very grind heavy. So we have our sword, our shield, and not much else. We're gonna need to go find stuff for that. And then for our character, this is basically our starting stats. We will improve those as time goes on with our auras. But as I was trying to note before, you can put skill points into 3 different trees. For the paladin, it is basically your defensive auras, your offensive auras, and your standard combat skills. It is encouraged that you at least fully focus on one tree, but the other trees will help you to a certain degree. So it is encouraged to kind of branch out, if you'll pardon the pun. So let us talk to Wariv first. Yeah. So basically, that is Wariv. He is going to be our kind of travel point. Now, I thought there was a way to open up the menu. Or at least not the menu, but the map. That's not what I need. No. Here we... is there a button? Oh, that's right. It's probably the minus button. Okay. Let's back out of here. I was right. Cool. So we actually need to get our first quest, which we will come down here to Kara. Hi.
I am Akara, High Priestess of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. I welcome you, traveler, to our camp. There is a place of great evil in the wilderness. Kasha's rogue scouts have informed me that a cave nearby is filled with shadowy creatures and horror.
So basically, we need to go out and kill some monsters. Um, and we will have a shortened version in our quest log here. So each quest, there are like 6 major quests per quote unquote act, as it were. And this is kind of our starting quest, get used to the world type of thing. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Um, for future reference, Akara will serve as a shopkeeper. They will have some magical items or magical weapons. Basically, the wands for the necromancer, the scepters for the paladin, which we will be finding our own eventually, and the staves for the sorcerer class. And then you can get a variety of potions, scrolls, and other items. We are going to be using a good chunk of our gold early on to get a Tome of Town portal, because that will allow us to, quote unquote, fast travel if we need to unload our inventory. And then I will introduce you guys to Charcy once we get further in. So the way that I do this is I just follow the edges of the map, um, figuring out what is effectively where, and killing these li- these little demons, devils. Like the world of Diablo is clear but not clear at the same time. So I'm just going to call them devils. I could be wrong, and somebody please correct me on that. Because it has been a while since I've played. But we've also got a bit of undead going on. Arrows, which that could be good for range if we actually get like a magic range weapon or something like that. And a chest with nothing in it. So chests can either have something, have nothing, or be trapped. And then we've got these quill rats, which are really annoying because they attack at range. Eh. But yeah, we're basically just trying to kill as many monsters as we can find. Ooh, a short bow. Ooh, it's a magic short bow. Sweet. So I can actually show you guys using our scroll of identify. Um, so hold the A button to use, and so we have a short bow of frost. If we go to our second weapon set, we can equip it for right now, and we can use a bow. Now, the paladin is not necessarily built for bows. They're more of a they're more of an up close type of deal. But if I can snipe certain targets, especially since this bow is doing cold damage, so I don't have to deal with certain effects from enemies later. Ooh, we got a magic ring and a magic amulet. That will be helpful, at least on the defense. But we're gonna need to go back to town to get those identified. But now I can show you guys the stat points. So every time that you level up, you get 5 stat points to allocate wherever you want. So I'm gonna put a couple into energy because we're gonna need that. And then I think I'm gonna put the other two in vitality because I want to make sure that we stay alive. And then you get one skill point to allocate wherever you want. So I think we're actually going to go into the offensive aura section and pick up our first offensive aura, Might, which will increase our damage. And I need to actually find the skill. Okay, cool. And keep in mind this is actually also a passive as well. So I'm going to say we're going to put it in the back. Oh, wait. Well, it's still active because it's technically a passive thing, so we're fine. And this will work with whatever weapon I have equipped. I'm just hoping I can get some more arrows. Because the blacksmith will not replenish your arrows. And yes, you can do close range shots, but it's not necessarily a good idea. Ooh, a shrine. Oh, a mana recharge shrine. I don't necessarily need that though. Shoot. There. There. Cool. There goes the quill rat. And yay! I got some more arrows, which is good. Which is very good. Not sure if that quote. No, he didn't drop anything. Okay. Sweet. There's our zombie. There. Nice and easy. I'm hoping that we can get some more armor as well, because while that amulet and ring are nice, the name of the game is to just get as much stuff as you can and replace as you go. So, we're gonna be paying a visit to Akara. And the neat trick about Akara is that she will also heal you when you talk to her. So we will trade. And unfortunately, we've got like next to nothing. So fortunately, I'm going to have to hang on to those. And I don't really have anything that needs to be repaired. So I don't need to pay a visit to Charcy just yet. There we go. Just so I don't get stuck in a wall. And bolts, which you can use for crossbows. Which, yes, are a completely different thing. So we are likely going to sell those. There's that. There's that quill rat dealt with. Come on. There we go. Now, if I can get a scroll of identify, that would make things a little easier. Ow. There. There we go. Some extra gold. That's a good thing. More gold. You love to see it. And you did not drop anything. That's perfectly fine. Ooh. We found our target. There we go. Now, do I think we are the most prepared individual in the world? No. Ooh, an experience shrine. This is a wonderful little thing. Because it'll increase increase our experience growth. And we got an extra scroll of Town Portal there, too. Nice. Extra money. And I found our Den of Evil. So let's go. Let's go see what monsters are in here.
Evil dwells within this cave.
Now we are going to get introduced to some new monsters, mainly the gargantuan beasts. And ooh, a healing potion. Yay. The fallen shamans. Now they can actually resurrect the little guys, which is a little bit of a problem. I got a fulminating potion. I can sell that. And I just leveled up, so let's allocate our skill points here. Let's allocate our skill points. I'm thinking we do some dexterity so that we can actually, hit some things. And I'm okay with putting some more points into energy because I'm not going to be using this bow forever. And I want to actually get some points into prayer, which will allow me to restore hit points as long as I have mana. And in order for me to do that, I kind of need to have some mana to use. Okay, so that's that. And there we go. There's the little guys. So the thing about the fallen shaman is that the resurrection skill will not work as long as if they don't have something to resurrect. And cold damage is one of the easiest ways to remove that. Or at least, yeah, cold damage is one of the easiest ways to remove a body in this game. Ooh, a javelin. I can sell that. Yeah, a lot of this is just me going, ooh, I can sell. And I'm seeing a healing potion, a healing well, which is very nice. I don't need that. So yeah, we're just going to go through this as much as we can while the I just lost the experience shrine. And another cool thing about bows is that you can kind of just stand at a point and shoot as long as you have arrows. Ooh, I got an interesting short sword that I can show you guys. Let me. There we go. There's the zombie. Yay! Zombie is dealt with. So, the thing about the sword is that it has two sockets. Now you can put either runestones or gemstones into that game. Or into the sword itself for a variety of different effects. And it all depends on what you put in there. And grab the bolts. Ooh, another dead rogue. And she's got a healing potion for me. Thank you. There's one. Let's see if I can bait the minions out. Because if I can bait the minions... Come on. There we go. It's gonna make going up against Corpsefire, who is a named boss, a little easier. And that's a scroll of identify. Thank you. I need that. I need that so that way I can identify our first well, not our first magical item, but our second magical item. The Tangerine Ring of Greed. So it does increase our lightning resistance, and we get extra gold from monsters, which is nice. Okay. One more minion, I think. Javelin. Sweet. I'd like the javelin, thanks. Oh shoot, I need to swap weapons. I need to grab my sword. Yeah! There. Ooh, so I've run into our first problem, which is our limited inventory space. So, we will use a Scroll of Time portal and just pop straight back to camp. And I'm just going to clear that. So, thankfully, with the quest log, it will tell you once you get closer to the end of the quest how many monsters you still have to kill.
Yes?
Alright, Akara. I have some stuff for you, actually. I can sell this. I'm going to sell the sword with the sockets for now because I don't really need it. I don't have a belt yet, so I can't really use the extra healing potions. So we're just gonna sell these for now, and then I'm gonna grab one scroll of identify because I can use it on the amulet. Ooh, the Braille Amulet of Light. So we are going to get some poison resistance, which is actually really good to have in this game. Our light is going to increase, and our attack rating is going to go up, which is very cool. And then with the leftover gold, I can get our Tome of Town Portal. Yes, I would like to buy this. And then for right now, we're gonna put our extra Scroll of Town Portal into the tome. So let's go see if we can pay a visit to Charcy. Also, I'm going to stash our extra money because in this game, if you die, you will lose all of your money and all of your items that are currently on you. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Hello, Charcy.
Not here.
Oh.
Hi there. I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp. It's good to see some strong adventurers around here.
And she does give you a quest later. So, and as you can see, Charcy will sell you a whole bunch of armor, a whole bunch of weapons, and she will also sell ammunition like arrows and bolts. So it's just a very good character to uh, to at least say hi to. There we go. Where's the shaman? I need to take out the shaman first. There we go. And you did not drop anything important. There. We'll grab the javelin because we can use that for later. Alright, corpse fire. Ow. So, corpse fire is unique in the fact that he will do a variety of effects when he tries to attack you. And I can actually swap out some of the healing versions we have because he dropped some stronger ones. There. And once I get a belt, I'll be able to hold 8 healing potions at a time. So it'll be easier that way. Ooh. You're not supposed to be here. There we go. Now we're just gonna go up. I'm still hearing some fallen monsters, so we can... Ooh, some rare leather armor. That'll be great to have. And a damaged wand, I can sell that. And our first quest is done. So let's head back to Akara and see what we get.
My duty here is done.
And we also leveled up, so let's put some investment into prayer. And I'm actually going to bind that. I'm going to swap out might for prayer, actually. Yes, we are going to take some We are going to take at least a nerf in damage, but the constant healing will be very nice to have. Especially because now it allows me to deviate into combat skills like sacrifice. And I'm going to put some more investment into my energy because that'll give me some more mana. Yeah, I'm gonna put all of my points into mana right now. But mana is one of those things that does come back over time. Unfortunately, because my aura is active, it does not stop when my health is full, which is a little annoying. But let's head on back to the rogue encampment and get our reward. Why is that? Oh. So once you complete a quest reward, it will gray out.
You've earned my trust, and may yet restore my faith in humanity. The reward is training in the skill of your choice.
So Kara effectively just gives us an extra skill point to use. Which I'm actually going to hang on to that. So, if you notice, this javelin has the ethereal feature, which means it cannot be repaired. So it's not something that I would necessarily want to use. Like, it's one of those things that I would in a pinch, but not unless I absolutely had to. Now, let's get some of these items identified. Especially the leather armor. Because I actually want to use that armor. Ah, that's not what I wanted. And the eagle orb we cannot use because we are not the class to do so, but we can sell that. We can sell that back to Akara just fine. Ooh, storm suit. So we get some more cold resistance, some more lightning resistance, and when we are hit, the attacker will take 1 damage in return. And this bow is the lunar short bow, so in other words, it's better attacking demons, which is basically like fallen, and there's a bunch of other stuff. Undead is a little bit better actually. Mainly because there's just a lot more that have the undead type than demons. But that actually gave us a fair bit of money that I'm going to spend on some scroll uptown portals. Because we only have 4, we can hold a maximum of 20. And for 100 a pop, it's not a bad thing to grab. And how many? 3 more. So we will have a little bit extra, which is nice. Oh, I didn't realize I picked up a pair of boots. Granted, they're not very good boots, but they're still boots. Which, that'll be a good thing to have. Can I... Oh, because it's a passive. Okay. So, I think... Yeah, I think I'm actually going to switch back to Might right now. Mainly because I don't need to heal, so... Just make sure that we turn that on. And can I actually bind that aura to a different button, I wonder? Because I know you can only have 1 aura going at any given time. But I want to be able to cycle through it at the drop of a hat. So yeah, that should work out just fine. Okay. So my mana is gonna keep going up. Oop, that's the wrong button. And when you complete the quest, it'll gray out like so. Now our next quest will come from
Welcome,
Kasha.
Commander, to our glorious hovel. I know you're here to challenge the evil that's driven us from our ancestral home. My rogue scouts have just
And now we get to deal with one of the most annoying early game characters in this game, Bloodraven. She's effectively raising an army of undead, which is not good. So we have to go stop her. And I'm gonna say hi to Charcy real quick because I need to get repairs done. There we go. But we also need to go through the Cold Plains in order to do so. Which means that'll give us some more time to gain experience and any extra loot that we might come across. Let's head on back out and see what we can find. But if you notice the blue globe on the right side, right next to the PNG, that is now restoring over time. So we don't necessarily have to worry about it. And I'm just going to do what I usually do, which is follow along the edge first. And then we will fill in as we go. I'm really hoping that we can find a belt soon. Ooh, scroll of identify. That'll be useful. Hi guys. And that's the corner of that. And since I'm in a constant state of running, I need to kind of keep an eye on the stamina. So the cool thing about the ranger that's helping me is that if she gets surrounded by monsters, she will actively help you take them out, which is helpful. Especially because I really don't want to die. Let's see. Ooh, a shrine. Another experience shrine? Heck yes. I appreciate this. And we're actually at the point where the fallen don't necessarily respawn yet, so even better. Ooh, I got an extra scroll. That's nice. There. I wonder if I'll manage to get any sort of legendary or set artifacts, because that would actually be a really cool thing to show you. I don't think I'm going to get it at least right away, but RNG has a weird way of saying hello. Alright, where's the next monster? I don't want to waste the shrine. That's another dead rogue. Ooh, monsters. Yay. Smack. And smack. Now, you can only have one shrine effect going at any given time, which is a little annoying, but at the same time it also makes sense. Ooh, a dagger. Now, a dagger will do less damage than a short sword, so I don't necessarily need it. Also, my inventory is relatively okay at this point. I heard a zombie. I heard a demon. There they are. Ooh, a ring. I can actually use... I might be able to use that because I can hold 2 rings at a time. Smack. Grab that, grab the money. Hey, there we go. So, what do we got for a ring? A ring of strength, which will increase our strength by 1. Which will allow us to deal more damage. However, it is going to be one of those rings that gets quickly gets replaced as we find better stuff. There we go. Now, the first waypoint should be relatively close by, because that's kind of how they do things. There's the waypoint. So if we do that, we can just pop back to the rogue encampment for free. No scroll required. Do I need anything identified? I don't believe so. So I can just go to Charcy and sell the stuff that I need to sell and get repaired. So grab that, because I forget you need to hold and not just tap. I don't have belts, so I can't really use the potions yet. That's kind of the most annoying thing in the world. I'm going to move the scroll over here for now, because I can't put it within the book, because the book is maxed. Don't need that. I think you can get more if you sell the stabs and stuff to Akara, because that's what she typically sells you, but I'm not entirely sure. And drop off our money. And we're back in action. And ooh, so we get some new monsters, some of which we've seen before. The Spear Women are definitely new. I'm chalking that up to Bloodraven. And now we get the appearance of the Fallen Shamans, which are quite annoying. Did I miss... I did miss some gold. Grabbing as much money as we can, because it's important. I really hope that chest is not locked, because I don't have a key. Ooh, an extra scroll. That'll be helpful. And nothing in there. The Dark Spear Women, which aren't really annoying. The more annoying ones are the frickin' archers. Like, if you don't have a... There we go, there's that. And this is getting a little rougher, so I am going to switch auras. At least for right now, so that way I can, stay alive. Ooh, a chest. Ooh, yay, we got stuff. And we actually got a key. So I'm hanging on to that, just in case we find a locked chest. Because locked chests tend to have some good stuff in them. Now, there are a couple bosses that we're eventually going to have to take down. One of them is Bishibosh, who is a fallen shaman, and he's got an entire encampment at his beck and call, which is not a fun experience. Now, this is where the game kind of opens up a little bit. One of the quote-unquote gateways will lead to the next... Will lead to the, I believe it's the stone, I don't remember the name, but it'll lead to the next, main point, and we need to go to the cemetery, which is kind of a side area. I don't have any scrolls of identify. I've got plenty of town portal though, which is lovely. So, and I do appreciate that at least on Switch I can assign hotkeys to the auras, so I can just switch back and forth and just let my mana slowly come back. I just need to not get caught with my pants down effectively. Ooh, experience shrine. I promise that experience shrines are not a common thing. Where is... Okay, is this the encampment? Yes, yes it is. Okay. Yikes. We're gonna stick to the outside and kind of skirt our way around. Ooh, I got a new piece of armor. I got a hat. It's not a very good piece of hat, but I got a hat. Yeah, no. And I'm actually gonna take the opportunity to use a spare healing potion I have. Just, it makes sense to do so. So that way I don't have to switch auras. Because I am gonna get overwhelmed relatively quickly if I'm not careful. That's a chest. That's another gargantuan beast taken out. We are going to go back to that little demon encampment though. Mainly because we have to. I just want to get a little bit more prepared first. Which this game kind of encourages you to do so, so... I could go in with a bow, because I do have the Bow of Frost, but I didn't restock on arrows or anything. And I don't even have extra arrows to use. A stamina shrine. That... Okay, a bow just dropped. I don't know. That was a club. Where? I didn't see any arrows drop, which is kind of annoying. There's a cap, and that one's probably got a few sockets in it. Oh, well! Perfect. Well, almost perfect. There's the fireball. Gotcha. So, this is one of those cases of please let me know if you want to see more. Because I kind of do want to come back to this. And I did play some Diablo 4 when I first started. However, I didn't necessarily enjoy it. And I was feeling nostalgic, so here we are. We're gonna go to Akara first. Because I've got that ring that I want to identify. So we're gonna sell almost everything. Whoop. That's not what I need. We're gonna sell you. Defense of 3, defense of 5. I know it's literally slim pickings, but in this game you kind of have to. Don't need this. Don't need that. Nope. No. Which the mana potions might be useful later. I just need to figure out. if I actually need them or not. And we're going to use this real quick. Ooh, we get extra cold resistance. So yes, it is definitely worth swapping out rings, but we're going to hang on to it because in Act 2, you get a very special item called the Herodric Cube. And you can actually use those to transmute and create other items. And one of the simplest recipes to do is 3 magic rings for will be transmuted into a magic amulet. And the reverse is also true. So we're going to hang on to that. At least for now, anyway. And Charcy, do some repairs, please. Thank you. All I need is a set of gloves, and I've got a basic armor set that I'm kind of happy with. So we grab the damage javelin. Okay, I don't need to... Do you... Ooh, an eagle orb. And I'm starting to think that at least with the eagle orbs, they are guaranteed to be magical. So that's definitely going to be something that we can use. Ooh, a gemstone. And arrows! Yay! So with gemstones, as seen here, if you put them into certain things, which I'm not going to do that right now, they will give you a special bonus. The reason I'm not going to do it right now is because you can actually use the Herodric Cube to increase the effect of these gemstones. So I'm going to just hang on to it for right now and go from there. Also, we actually have arrows this time. So let's restock on our bow. And we are actually going to hang on to the bow for right now. Because going into that encampment, at least at range, to just take out the smaller demons is actually really nice. Ooh, magic quilted armor. I could probably sell that. Ooh. So this is one of our first, like, wandering bosses, which is not exactly a happy thing. It's a good thing that I've got a weapon that deals cold damage, so I can kind of slow them down. And I leveled up. Cool. Now, there you are. So I can just slow them down and effectively try to bait them. Bait them pretty well, actually. This bow is proving to be a bit of a lifesaver. So if you defeat the boss with an actual name, which that is what I intend to do, he will drop some stuff. So minor mana, quilted, light healing potions, which is nice. And we're actually going to swap that one out and kind of go from there. Our inventory is getting full, which is kind of a double-edged sword. I'll be honest with you. Do I want to switch over to prayer right now? I don't think I do. Okay, there's 2. Well, one more shaman. There we go. There. Chest, which gives us money. We don't have to worry about how much gold we have. We made it back to the waypoint, so I don't even need to use a scroll. Sweet. Okay. Kara. Once we get Mr. Deckard Cain, we don't necessarily need to worry about visiting her, because he can identify items for us for free. I still don't have a belt, so I can't really use these. Yeah, those are unidentified, so I want to identify them first. So I need 1, 2, 3. And don't need that because I can't even use it. You're not better than the leather armor I already have, so we're not going to do that. And you definitely aren't better than what I already have. There we go. Stash the money and the gemstone. Which I'm gonna put down here for now. Nope. Gonna put in the bottom corner. And then Charcy, if you could do some repairs, please, that would be great. So I think I feel comfortable enough to actually try and go against that demon encampment. And considering it's a little bit off the main path, it's not going to be that difficult to find. Necessarily. There we go. Found it. Ooh, a scroll of identify. Sweet. Gonna need that. Okay, let's start gunning demons down, effectively. Arrows! Yay! More ammunition. You'll love to see it. Ooh, possibly a magic ring? Like, I say possibly, like you can't see the blue letters. It's not a particularly rare item, which is a little annoying, but at this point, we'll take what we can get. Where's the third one? Where's the third one? There you are. There we go. Grab that. Grab that. And... did I already get the ring? I did. I didn't. We're gonna move you up here. We're gonna use you. There's the ring. And we're gonna use our scroll. The wizard's ring, so we only get one to our mana. We don't particularly need it. Like, yes, the extra mana is nice, but we don't really need it at the moment. And yeah, not every magic item is gonna be amazing. So we can afford to be a little bit selective. I don't necessarily have to go back to town right now. I'm going to stop off at the well. There's also a cave area that I do want to try and find, because that's going to give us bonus loot, which is always helpful. And I think it's over here. There we go. Ooh, A sash. Yay. So now that I have a sash, I can put in the healing potion. And thankfully, they've been taking damage this entire time as they've been trying to skewer me. So, I hear something. There. So that's the cave, which we're definitely going to go into. Probably once we actually have a bit more backup. There. Grab that short bow. Now, the encampment in question. Oh, that might actually be a double encampment, in which case, yikes. Also, a note about the experience shrines, because I know that there was one near there. Once you use them, you cannot use them again. So it's one of those grab them when you see them and hope for the best type of deals. Okay, let's try to get to a good spot and just start picking them off. So if you notice, the quote unquote like boss monsters are also typically a different color. And the reason his body just kind of exploded like that is because I need to find where that shaman is. Because I don't need a fallen trying to... There. Oh, there's two of you. There we go. Okay. So now that the camp is properly cleaned out, there we go. We're gonna do this. But the reason his corpse just kind of exploded is because Bishibosh will actually deal fire damage to you. So if a creature is trying to deal fire damage, it is likely going to explode. And don't need the wand, don't really need the extra arrows, because I would like to find something that isn't, a sword. Like a scepter of some kind. But I may not get that lucky. I don't need the scroll of identify at the moment. But that was actually a very solid way to clean out that camp. And it really helps that it was a bow of frost, so occasionally the corpses would just turn into ice cubes and I wouldn't have to worry about it. Let's go standard sword and shield for this. Do repairs, please. Thank you. And yes, I'm one of those people that will do a repair every single time I go back to town. Regardless of if I actually need to or not. It's just a force of habit. Ooh, I got some better boots. That's gonna be awesome. I got some bolts, a dagger. I thought I saw a hand axe around here, which is a weapon I wouldn't necessarily mind having. I'm not sure if I sold it or not. No? Oh. Dang it! I thought that was an item and not the trick of the light. Oh well. So I could go into the cave right now. However, I want back. Oh, there's the hand axe. Is that socketed or is it ethereal? Ooh, it's got sockets. Cool. So that's 3 to 6 versus 2 to 7. And I do have some points that I can invest. Yeah, let's do 3 and 1 and 1. There we go. So, I'm thinking we go with the hand axe for a bit. It's a little bit slower, but we should be able to deal a little bit more damage with it. I think, anyway. We can test it here. Well, I'm having fun. So, let's check this pathway here, because if it is to the... If it is to the cemetery, then... Nope, this is to the stony field, which is different. So we need to go the other way. Ooh, chest. Nothing. Dang it. Most of the time, you don't really get stuff from chests unless it's like locked, or if they're like if there's like a golden thing to it, which I will show you guys that, because in the cemetery there are 2 like little bonus areas that you can clear out. You just gotta get rid of Bloodraven first and kind of go from there. And I do have that spare scroll if things get particularly bad.
Holy place has been desecrated.
So the plan here is to scout the outside, take out the guys on the outside, because they'll actually give you stuff. Grab the money. Handle the hungry dead that decide to say hello. And try to nom on you. There we go. Grab a mana potion. I do have an extra light healing potion that I can put into my sash now. Yay! And that cap is also magical. So I've got some stuff that we will need to identify once we get back. Ooh, scroll of identify. Need that. We're gonna leave a pile of items to grab once we're done hacking through everything. Scroll of identify. I'm gonna use it on the boots first, because I know I need to replace my boots. Ooh! That's gonna cut down on repair cost. Yay! Plus, it gives me a little bit more defense, which is nice. Because my inventory is kind of on the full side, we're just gonna use the scroll that we have. I'm a little worried now because we don't have a ton in terms of extra scrolls. But we should be relatively okay. Like, I'm not the best player when it comes to this game, but I can definitively say that I kind of know what I'm doing. At the end of the day, it's just one of those things of, as long as I'm having fun, we're fine. Cap of balance, that is not quite what I'm looking for, so we're not going to worry about it. Stash the money, because that's an important thing. Get my boots repaired, if they're not already at full. Because if I do lose durability, at least on the boots, it will regain 1 every 33 seconds, which is nice. Yep, do that little repair, and... back to what we were doing, which is slaying the undead. Or at least making them re-dead. Damage quilted armor. Nope, that's not a body that I can pilfer. But the goal is to clean out the outside first, so that way we have someplace to go when Bloodraven decides to start attacking us. Because once she figures out that we're here, it's not going to be an easy fight. Okay. So, we're going to do what I kind of call a bit of a cheesing strategy, which is effectively come in, bait out our forces, and kind of go from there. But if you notice, she now knows that we're here. I thought that there was another way to get in there. Oh. Yeah. It's on the bottom. Basically, it's run in, deal some damage, try to run back out, and hopefully not die in the process because she is an archer, so she can actually try to snipe me from afar. Ooh, that's a lot of undead. That's quite a bit. But if we use the gate as like a choke point, we can just hack through and clean up. Effectively what she's raising. However, she knows that I'm here. She's using me for target practice. And once she runs out of undead to pull from, she'll start pulling more. Yay! Extra scroll! Yay! That's helpful. But if she gets close enough, we can try to shoot. We can try to get her as well. Key is to try to get her in a sense of not shooting. And we're just gonna put up a portal. Hey, Scarax. Welcome to stream. It's a little bit different, I know. Wasn't really feeling Pokemon today, but hopefully everything is relatively okay. We don't have a ton to sell, which is fine. And we didn't tap into our tome at all, which is good. I mean, it's a good remake in the fact that it basically just updated the original game, which is not something you can say for a ton of games. Charcy, do a repair. Let's see if we can actually pin down Bloodraven. Because if we do... Okay, we're doing good damage to her. Which is... Come on. I forget that she could actually, like, run outside of this. I'm trying to cheese her. Come on. Oh, I forget. She can sap health as well, which is a little annoying. I might be stuck on a rock. Smack. Yep. it's. I could use either the crypt or the mausoleum as kind of like points to pop in and pop out of, but she's so close. Come on. You know, I can swap to this. Come on. There we go. Awesome. And our loot was mediocre for that. I mean, the first Blizzard game I liked in years.
Sisters, there was no other way.
To be fair, Diablo has been a very good series for Blizzard. And they were doing fine until arguably Diablo 3 happened. Like, as bad as this is to say, Diablo 3 was not. Oh. There we go. Diablo 3 was just not great. And yes, this is coming from somebody who played it. I didn't actually play the first one. Like, oh geez. That moment when you just walk into a boss room. Ooh, that's a jewel. Alright, Bonebreaker. Pipe down. And we're gonna grab this stuff. That's another gemstone I need to keep around. That was the wrong button. There we go. So this sash is better than what I'm currently using. Because I literally just started this. So we're gonna do that bit of a swap. And I'm hesitant to open the chest right now because I don't have a ton of inventory space. So we're going to pop back to the encampment, get our help. I don't know if I liked it so much or if I was addicted. Short answer is both. Like, you don't necessarily. How do I word it? If you really like a series, you're going to stick to it to the point where you might actually not acknowledge that there are problems with it. Are you magic? Yes, you are magic. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I can at least put the jewel either in the weapon or the cap that I have. So yeah, the short answer is both. I'm going to save the bow. Ooh, that's going straight into the axe. Because of course it is. But my plan is to save the bow and the cap for our companion that is going to be joining us very shortly. And make sure that I grab an extra scroll. Because I am going to be that person who refills and repairs like almost every time.
I can hardly believe that you have defeated Blood.
Okay, so we're going to hire, and I'm going to see. I'm going to try to get somebody with a cold arrow. So yes, we're just going to grab you. And we do have a mercenary section, which is lovely. Make sure that you are
I'll put that to good use.
equipped.
I'll put that to good use.
Ironically enough, this is not my favorite companion. My favorite is actually from the second act. It also didn't help that I got it on Switch and played it offline to go through a lot. Believe it or not, I picked it up on Switch because it's like, ooh, Diablo 2, and it actually came to Switch. Cool. And then the stuff with Blizzard came out, and it's just like, oh, I really shouldn't stream this. But at the same time, I was feeling nostalgic because this is one of the games that I actually grew up with. And now here we are. uh, Make sure to do repairs. Trade and repair. There we go. So now we can go back in, raid this because it's important. Leather armor, short staff, and a guitar. That's not the best, but we can at least use the armor on our mercenary friend. We just need to get it identified first. And since there are extra monsters and extra treasure in here. Ooh, this jewel is doing work! I love it! Nice! And barrels can either be nothing or explosive. And it looks like I'm just blowing myself up today. I'm going to hold off on our skill point allocation. Until we get back to town. As for the question on Immortal, I didn't have the space for it. So I just never picked it up and kind of went from there. I wasn't impressed by what I did see though. So I think that was also kind of a small part of it. There we go. I keep forgetting that sometimes that undead can just pop out of barrels. Like a, hi! Ow. And sometimes you can get treasure, but it's not very often. There we go. Ooh, a buckler. A normal buckler. A non-magical buckler that I'm probably just going to sell. Ow. Another magic ring. Man, we are just doing a very good job with getting rings today. Do I think it's a bad game? At least from what I've seen, not necessarily. It's just I don't feel the need to allocate space for it and just pick up a new set of controllers.
Not in town.
And I will admit, I've two. Alright, Kane. So, on the topic of 4, I have actually played 4 at least a little bit, and I've actually streamed 4. The reason that I stopped was mainly because of the Blizzard controversies that were going down at the time. And thinking about it, I just did I wasn't having fun. I was getting angry at the game when I shouldn't be. So I don't think I want to pick this up again. I hated the opening and it was asking for an extra 10 gigs. Yeah, that's... Again, it comes back to I just didn't have the space for it. Alright, let's get some stuff identified real quick. 2, 3, 4, 5. That was most of the gold that we had on hand. Do I want to use this ring? I do not want to use this ring. I can't use this because it's not the class I'm currently playing. Can't use this. Whoop. I will admit, I kind of wish guitars and weapons for the assassin in general went for a little bit more money. Like, yeah, great, they're cheap, but at the same time, uh, it's not. It's just kind of one of those. Mm, I sold the last scroll on accident. It's very obvious that I'm kind of out of practice. That I can put on the friend. Hello, friend. Hello, Ellie.
I'll get back to business.
I should hope so. Alright, we've got a basic set of armor for both of us, which is perfect for what we're trying to do here. Sell, or not sell, but store. Oh, I forgot to pick up a scroll. Dang it.
Good to see you.
And yes, I could go out and find one, but I don't want to. I think I hit 70 in the same day. I, I mean, 3 is not bad, it's disappointing. Like, if you compare it to 2, it's disappointing. Though I do appreciate the Blood Hunter and just turning into a demon slaying machine gun. To put it mildly. Also, stat point allocation, because if I don't, it's going to bother me. What do I want to do here? I still want to put some points into energy. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna put the rest into dexterity so we can actually hit something. There we go. But 70 on the same day? Jeesh. You were grinding hard. Ooh, a chipped skull. One of my favorite quote-unquote gems, because that actually gives you lifesteal on, I believe it's weapons, and then if you do it on armor, you get health regen? Like, I could check it right now, but I want to wait until... I want to wait until stuff is, like, full. Arrows, which is good for the bow. Then I have quilted armor, which is nice. And this is not a dead end, but there are a bunch of barrels. Smack the barrels! Is there anything in here? Nope. Okay, so that's one special area down. We're going to check the mausoleum as well. Ooh, javelin, stamina potion. I'll take that. But after the mausoleum, we will go to the cave to get more bonus loot, and then move on to our next major area. Yay, another chipped amethyst. This character apparently likes the color purple. Because that's like the 5th one that we managed to find. I'm stuck on a tombstone, which is not great. Alright, to the mausoleum. There we go, unfilled grave. I keep forgetting that undead can actually pop out of that grave. Ooh, a scepter! And I can't carry it, of course. But the scepter is the Paladin exclusive. There's a rock that lets you use level 70 gear at level 1. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I think it needs a DB or a couple gems. I know for the... I know some basic Herodric Cube recipes, but I don't know... I don't know all of them. To be completely... to be somewhat honest. We don't need that. We don't need this. Some bucklers that we do not need to carry around with us. And okay, so for weapons, it is life and mana stealing, and then for armor, it's basically regen for both. And then for shields, because I completely forgot about shields for some reason, the attacker takes extra damage, which is really nice. Or at least it works in a pinch. Forgot something again. There we go. And then we stash and just keep going. Oh, so it's not our fifth one. I've just been seeing a bunch of gems. Can I actually sort? I can sort. You know, I'll take it. I will probably reorganize it later. But for right now, it's perfectly fine. Hello. Repairs, please. And we're back on the road again. Mausoleum. Grabbing the scepter, that barrel just exploded out of nowhere. Skeletons. Yay. And we're doing some casket raiding at the same time. I'm honestly surprised that the paladin is willing to effectively grave rob. I guess it's not entirely evil if you've got the forces of hell after you. But anyway, when it comes to scepters, these are the paladin exclusive quote unquote weapons. So they will do more damage to undead, and they will also put extra skill points into certain skills if you have them equipped. And we do have a magic one. So we might be saying goodbye to our hand axe at some point. Yeah. You. Good shot. And I do love the fact that the companion is just here. She is dealing a wonderful amount of damage, and I am cleaning up whatever she does not shoot at, which is perfect. And short bow, healing potions, and the barrel. Oh, hi! Ooh, a buckler with a sock. That's a rejuvenation potion. We are definitely hanging on to those. Those are important. Why? Because they restore both of your health and your mana. And he just exploded. Which is good. Because that means that I can just set up a portal and keep moving. Hi, Akara. Well, I should hope so. I'm the one that's doing most of their dirty work. I don't need the extra key. I just need to make sure that I don't sell it. Sell that for now, because I don't really need it. And we're going to grab a scroll of identify, because I did not find one. And it's lightning damage, but 3 to 6 plus the 20 poison damage. I think I'm going to take the consistency. Plus, it actually gives me the chance to use a Paladin exclusive weapon, which is very cool. Make sure that I grab one of those. And I'm actually not going to put the rejuvenation potion in my stash. Mainly because once we get enough of them and the Herodic Cube, we can create full... Dang it, I used it on accident. Anyway, we can make full rejuvenation potions, which will completely restore us in terms of health and mana. So, it's good to hang on. It's good to hang on to them if you can find them, and you don't fumble with the buttons, like I did. Mausoleum. Now, we're just gonna grab... Okay, the chest isn't in here, but there might be some unfilled graves that we can grab, which I don't think there are, unfortunately. Thankfully, if we go over here, we can smack these undead, who are not going to have a very good time, because I am a holy warrior. Ooh. So, sometimes you'll come across either a weapons rack or an armor stand, which will give you a weapon or a piece of armor. Quality can vary on that one. Smack. Ooh, scroll. Yay, I can use that. Arrows, which is nice. A minor healing potion, and I can use this on the hand axe. I don't... Yeah, it's not going to be that great. Like, it'd be great if we did not have the scepter and if we didn't have the jeweled axe. But we've got better stuff, so we're not going to worry about it. And there they are. Yeah, I keep forgetting that this one typically isn't as well guarded. And we got a bunch of stuff! So we grab the town portal, grab that. Ooh, a magic buckler, which I appreciate. And another magic sash that probably won't be ethereal. Possibly. Yay! It's not ethereal. There we go. And at least with our companion, as long as you give them a bow, they're pretty much fine. I think you could also give them a javelin as well. But I'm not... Wait, no. The javelin or like two-handed weapon is for those in Act 2. I think the archer is just exclusively a archer. Alright, so that's the graveyard thoroughly plundered. We're going to head to the cave next, because that's going to have bonus loot. Now, we are going to be skirting around a monster because she's an archer, and she's got other archers, and those archers can deal cold damage, which is not a fun experience. I've lost many a life to that one. I, yeah, I'll stop off at the well. I might want to check out the stamina shrine as well, because that'll at least help me in terms of, you know, movement. Yay! But if we run across an experience shrine, it's gonna be gone in a heartbeat. That's that's just how it works. Um, do, 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 do. All right, let's head into the cave. Now, at least for this one, there will be a second floor that we just have to find. And, of course, bashing monsters. Ooh, chipped emerald. That can deal poison damage when inserted into weapons. If it's put into armor, it will give poison. Shields, it will be poison resistance, and armor, I believe, is a dexterity bonus. So we actually ran into a couple of blue lettered monsters. Those are considered champion monsters. They will drop better loot than your average monster, but not as much as the ones that are named. And I do apologize if my ugh, if my explanations are a little bit off and or rusty, because it's been a while. Let's get some identification done. Yeah, let's start with these. And if I need to buy more, I can buy more. I don't need throwing knives. If I was playing an assassin, I would definitely consider doing a throwing knife build, but not right now. Ooh, a buckler of thorns. That is better than the buckler that I'm currently using. So we are going... I sold the scroll when I did not mean to. I don't need the sash. So I need 2 more scrolls. 1, 1, 2. Okay, what's this amulet? An amulet of greed. I don't really need the money. I don't really need the money because I'm kind of sitting on a gold mine. Um, Hello, owl. And if we do actually end up maxing out our money, we are going to pay a visit to Geed, and we are going to gamble. Because we could get something cool, or we could get something that we just throw into the cube. And it could be either. I don't need to do anything. I already picked up a scroll, so we're good. And we will just continue on. Ooh! I am so happy that we were able to deal with the lightning enchantment quickly, because that could have been bad. Also, two potions. Nice. Not just any potion, though. We got some rejuvenation potions, which are lovely. And a well. Not that we need it, but it's here. Smack. Yeah, we're going to go this way because we've walked into a demon encampment. So now we are forcefully going to exterminate. Smack. There we go. I think there's a second one. At least on this floor. But our inventory is full. So we need to go. We need to go say hi to Akara. Again. I will admit, the fact that the inventory is so small is not something I'm a huge fan of. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, the mod actually they actually did it better because they gave you more space. Make sure I don't sell the potions by accident. But we do have a small charm that if we just keep in our inventory will give us some sort of bonus. Assuming that we are the right level for it, depending on the charm. And I also got a pair of gloves! Neat. They're probably not a good pair of gloves, but they're still gloves. I can just keep this in my inventory. And the dagger. Sold that one on purpose because it is technically extra and I don't need the spell. Grabbing our scroll and now I actually have something to stash. Like something very important that I need to stash. Which that one's gonna go over here. One and two. Make sure that our charm is in the proper spot. I say proper as if there's any sort of correct way. I don't need to do repairs this time, which is kind of nice actually. Alright, where's some extra money? That's helpful. So the next, ooh, potion. And there was a scroll of identify that I did not grab. Okay, that would have saved me some money. Mana, which is nice, but I don't really need it. Good shot. Got some normal boots. Some leather gloves, which is nice. I'm going to have to see if those gloves are better than the ones I've got. No, they are the exact same quality. So the guitar, smack. Ooh. The funniest part is getting that off of a skeleton. Just picking up the chipped piece of the skull. Or the chipped skull. And just doing the, yeah, I'll work with this. That was a ring. Oh good. I grabbed it. And not something I'm particularly interested in. Okay. We're gonna do this so we have a little bit more inventory space. Another demon encampment. Well, at least we'll get stuff out of it. Ooh. Scroll to the portal. Yay. And I leveled up, which is nice. Just making sure that we grab almost everything, or as much as we can. That's fine. I have an extra scroll that I can burn. Do I need... Yes, I do need... yeah, I do need to get something identified. And I don't have the scroll because I used that on the ring. Trade. And if I actually get into a pinch, I can sell the extra gemstones too. But I don't think we're going to run into that kind of problem right now. There we go. Wrong set of buttons the first time. Sell that off. Stash. There we go. Do repairs. And how am I doing on time? I'm actually doing fantastic. So I at least want to, we're not going to be rescuing Kane today. At least not fully. However, I do at least want us to get the Scroll of Icarus, which is what we need to rescue Kane. And considering that this is kind of a little bit of a side trip, we're going to be getting some extra loot in the process. There we go. There's that. Now if I go down here... Ooh! Experience Shrine. Now, I think this is the passageway to the second level. It's either that or we find Cold Crow and my day gets ruined. One of the two. Jackpot! Alright. Let's go clear out the second level. And then claim our treasure. Ooh, a chip diamond. That could be helpful. That I say that it as if other things cannot be helpful. There! Ooh! I only wasn't using a scepter. Which is just a better club. Bolts, which I can at least grab the scroll of identify and use that to clear up some space. That's perfectly fine. We can do this and identify you. And then head back to camp in order to sell stuff. And since I don't need to identify stuff or get an extra scroll from Makara this time, we can just go to Charcy instead. Hello! Now, Charcy will not heal you when you pay her. When you go. When you. Yeah. When you go to visit her. So keep that in mind when you are choosing a vendor. Do my repairs. And stash off the diamond and the money. That went really well. I do appreciate just having an archer to back me up. Grab the money down here. Now, the chest is probably over here somewhere. We might have one more pocket minor resistance. Smack. There we go. Got an extra scroll out of that one too. Neat. The Superior Hand Axe, that's got sockets in it. Either that or it's just ethereal. Gonna use one of the spares. There we go. I probably should be using the ones that are currently on my person, but yeah, sometimes I just forget. Ooh, there's a bunch of money back here. Well, less than you would think, but still. Now, some of the special chests can be locked, so keep that in mind. And we are going back to town to grab the treasure. Or, not grab the treasure, but offload our treasure. Quilted armor of strength. I do not need that. Hello again. Feels like we just ran into each other. Probably because we did. Probably. No need to do repairs this time, which is nice, and we will stash our money and go back to pick up the rest. There's a bunch of loot. Ooh. Healing potions, which are better than light healing potions. So we grab and replace. There we go. There. Now, we don't have to go after Cold Crow. In fact, I really don't want to. So, once we're done here, we'll just grab everything I missed and head to the Stony Field. And just not go down the scary path of being impaled with arrows that are very, very cold. Go up here. We're getting very close to the scary territory, so we're going to stick to this wall. And now the archer friend will teleport to me if I end up going into a new area and she's not with me. So in other words, I could lose track of her and be perfectly fine. Do I want to? No. 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 She's a very valuable asset to me on this trip. There we go. We run over here. And our main goal is two things. To look for the Cairn Stones and to find the waypoint. And we're dealing with a new set of fallen known as the Carvers. They're really not that big of a deal. Now, the Moon Clan are effectively your traditional goat men. Which can get a little dicey. A damage scepter that I can sell off. Don't get stuck in a tree. Ooh, a chest. With nothing in it. I am not surprised. I can't carry a quiver of arrows. We got a problem, guys. So let's go back. Now, we don't have the waypoint yet, so we have to rely on scrolls. Do I have... I do have some items that need to be identified. So we do need to pay a visit to Akara. And side note, why are throwing knives so expensive? Or at least, why can you sell them for a good chunk of money? Because in theory, I would think that, you know, a small piece of metal that, you know, could be used as a dagger or be thrown, I would figure that wouldn't go for very much. Don't need that. And... ooh! What do we already have? Lightning resistance and extra money, 1 to strength and cold resistance. I'm gonna take the damage boost. It's not much of a boost, but it's still a boost. And we're not outright selling the ring. We're stashing it for later. There we go. Making a tidy little fortune for ourselves.
Not in town.
Good to see you.
Don't need to do repairs. Already got my scroll. Crude hand axe. So this is where, quote unquote, better armor and weapons will start popping up. I kind of call them like mid tier. Because, well, yes, they're better than what you've currently found. They're not the best that you could find. Smack. And I do just like how these zombies just keel over dead. It looks like you hit them in the back of the leg and they just fall over. Which is very nice. Ooh. Yay! Stuff! So far, nothing too important. Ooh, a burning house. If I go in there to take out the shaman, I'm going to have issues because the house is on fire. But if I don't take him out, there's going to be fallen to deal with. So, in other words, we go in, take him out, and don't stay around for very long. Smack. Yeah, so this is where we start getting like hard leather armor, which is better than the leather armor that we currently have. But I want to make sure that we get a magic piece before we swap off, because the leather armor that we're currently wearing is going to go to our friend. There we go. And that spear just takes up a ton of room. 2. And we still have a little bit of profit, which is good. Which is very nice, actually. Handle repairs, and away we go! Once more. Oh, I'm getting... Do that, do that, do that. There you are. I do like how sometimes the fallen will taunt, and you can just smack them. It's like, you really shouldn't have taken the time to taunt. Because I can just beat you. There we go. And we're actually making very good progress. So we need to get to the Dark Wood, so I can get 2 more waypoints. One for the Stony Field, and one for the Dark Wood itself. Which will be nice. But now the waypoint is kind of off the beaten path, so we actually have to explore to find it. Hello, cow. Don't ask me why some of the houses have just a random cow, but they do. Also, if I manage to get far enough in this game, I'm definitely going to take on the cow level. Why? Because it's kind of a Blizzard staple. Or at least, it's become a bit of a Diablo staple, and it's actually really funny. Just murderous cows. There's that. I think we cleared out that encampment, which is good, because I don't have to worry about stuff. It's a mana recharge. And we're actually getting some locked chests, which means we're actually getting stuff instead of a fireball to the face. Ooh! Alright, we found the Cairn Stones. And these guys are fast little buggers. Oh, I keep forgetting that small shields will show up here too. Which is actually really nice, because that is an improvement to our shield arm. Now, with some characters, like the Barbarian, you can dual wield. But I think it's only the barbarian and the assassin who can actually do that. I think. Extra lightning resistance. What do I already have? Oh. Yeah, no, we're not gonna swap out the poison resistance. We are going to swap out shields, though. Arrows, arrows. Scroll that I don't need. Potion that I don't need. There we go. Don't need an extra scroll. There's that. And we stash. Repair. Oop. Did not actually repair until now. Okay, so did we did not kill the main guy. Thankfully he goes down quick, but the lightning is the lightning's a little bit of a problem. So that's the cave that we need to get to the dark wood. But I want to find the waypoint first. Waypoint, where are you? Well, it'll give us more time to scrounge for stuff, which is nice. What is... Ooh! I just got a legendary item. That is awesome. Now, let's hope I don't die in the process. Let's guarantee that we actually survive to use the legendary short sword that we just picked up. Shall we? That's the encampment. Usually, waypoints are indicated by, like, 2 smaller torches, next to them. So, I'm sure we'll find one. Yes! I got a scroll. That is awesome. That means we can use this legendary item. We got Ricketts Keen. So, we've got a ton of enhanced damage. Our 20% menace to attack rating, 25% chance of a crushing blow. I don't know what that means. Extra defense and 2 to light radius. I'm definitely using this. Goodbye, Scepter of Shock. You have served me well. I'm going to put some more points into strength and dexterity because that will allow me to hit thing. And I've actually got a lot more stat points than I thought I did. Okay. Some into energy. I've just been holding off on levels, which is perfectly fine. Ooh, we got a legendary item now. That is so cool. Hungry Dead. Smack. Chest. You actually had something in it. There we go. And here's the skeletons that are going to get crushed. Oh, we did a crushing blow on them, which is awesome. That is so cool. So there are 2 like special quote-unquote items that I'm going to get really excited about. Legendary items, like the sword we're using, and then set items, which those will be in a bright green. which on their own, it's not going to be much. But if you put them together, if you get the entire set, it's going to be amazing. There we go. There's the waypoint. And I am over the 2-hour time mark. Let's get to the Darkwood. Let's get the waypoint for the Darkwood, and then we can call it. Which means I have to go through a cave. Don't need the gems. Don't need to sell the gemstone. Because we're going to make a tiny bit of profit. And I'm definitely stopping by Charcy because the durability on the sword was kind of low. Ooh. If only I was the right class for it. That one is actually really useful if you find it early. However, we've got a better shield. Oh. 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 You're not... You aren't magical. I just couldn't use it. Okay, so to our stash. And we're finding a lot of topazes this run too, which is actually really nice. Because if you put them into helms and armor, you actually have a chance of finding better items. So it's really useful to have around. There we go, swords repaired. And now into the cave, which actually does have a second floor, so we are going to try and snag that too. To the stony field. So into the dark, which will introduce us to a new demon, which will shoot lightning orbs. Also the vile hunters, which are literally just a recolor, and skeleton archers, who are just annoying. We will... So we've got the misshapen, which are effectively like more beast-like. They're cool, but if you get close to them, they try to bite you, and if they decide to get their distance, they just shoot lightning at you, which is really annoying. There we go. And there we go. I think that's everything. Also, I saw a druid exclusive armor piece that we cannot use because we are not druids. Unfortunately, you can't necessarily multi-class, or else I think that would get a little weird. Also, I think everybody would just multi-class into paladin if that was the case. Hey. It's a case of don't attack my friend, thank you. Yeah, we've got plenty of healing potions that we can afford to. We can afford to use one. Say hi to Charcy because I don't need an extra scroll at the minute. And oh, that. Oh well. Do that. Do that. Do that. Sell. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. And that. Don't need to repair, which is good. Because that means I can just stash the profits away. More of these demon warriors, and more misshapen. I do like how the misshapen actually, they kind of keel over when they die. It's actually kind of funny because it's so dramatic. There we go. And we take out the shamans. If we don't, they're going to cause problems. I thought there was one. Yes, there is one more. He's just in the back over here. There we go. Damage leather armor. Use the skeleton for money. Just make sure that we grab everything. The Fallen are a lot like goblins. They don't necessarily have good stuff, but well, they don't have good stuff, and they're terrifying in larger numbers. There. How a skeleton remembers how to shoot, I don't know, but here we are. Preserved head, that is usually for the necromancer. For somewhat obvious reasons. I mean, it's a preserved head. What more could you want? So this will actually lead us to the Dark Wood. However, I do want to get the extra treasure here as well. So we're going to stick around down here. At least for a little bit. Dagger. Ooh. That would have been a useful dagger if we didn't have an awesome sword. And up here and around here. There's ooh, misshapen and a bunch of archers. Yeah. Oh, and he's got spectral hit. Okay. No. Okay. I've died. And we're already over time. Have you played Path of Exile 2 yet? No. That's another one that I think I would really enjoy. But it's one of those cases of it's going to be the first death. It's not going to be the last. I've already got one of the waypoints, so I can easily go back and keep exploring. I'm already over time because I usually just do like 2 hours. But I will see if I can actually get it to work on Steam. But that's going to call it for today's stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Please make sure to leave a follow and ring that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I'm live. On the YouTube channel, make sure to like, comment, and sub over there so you don't miss a recap. VODs are typically up within 1 to 2 days, depending on if I remember to do so. If you're feeling generous, I do have a Ko-Fi link in the About section of the Twitch channel and in the description of the YouTube videos. You don't have to donate, but any money generated through that link will go back towards the channel in some way. Additionally, I've got a link to some D&D homebrew that I personally wrote. I don't guarantee any like perfection or anything, just something interesting for your next tabletop adventure. The next stream, I think it'll be Saturday. I will check with Coffee and we'll go from there. We might be doing eggs, we might be doing Pixelmon. That'll be a discussion with him.